He is the biggest agent for change and disruption in D.C. That I see on the ticket, and that's what we need.
Representative Tom Reed stood behind President-elect Donald Trump even through the toughest challenges in the final weeks of the campaign. Now the president-elect has rewarded the Southern Tier congressman. He's among those chosen to serve as vice chair on Trump's transition team. News 4's Jordan Williams spoke with Congressman Reed today about what he hopes to accomplish.
Representative Tom Reed made it clear today he believes President-elect Donald Trump will surprise a lot of Americans.
People that are trying to get a job are out working, they'll lose those opportunities.
What matters most to Western New Yorkers? Congressman Tom Reed thinks he knows. News 4 was there when he met with voters in Dunkirk in the final weeks of the campaign.
Taking on poverty in a new way, a better way, is something I'm deeply committed to.
We love you, Buffalo!
His support of then-candidate Trump never wavered.
That is critically needed to get our country back in the right direction and get people back to work for opportunities to come.
That support paid off.
I'm honored to be part of the transition team. I'm humbled by the opportunity to be part of the team working with Mike Pence directly.
As one of the Trump team's vice chairs, Reed has already started identifying legislative goals. He wants to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, pass a 21st century tax code, and advance policies that put people first. What do you think will surprise Western New Yorkers the most about the president-elect and the vice president-elect?
I think the ability for both the vice president and the president-elect to relate to the troubles that folks like us in upstate Western New York in particular, i.e. the Rust Belt type of effect.
Congressman Reed is one of 7 vice chairs chosen by Trump's transition team. He says the president-elect is not afraid to have the tough conversations and take advice into consideration before he makes decisions. Jordan Williams, News 4.